How do I even begin with the experience of Banaras? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. From quiet to chaos, you actually have to be ready to move with the traffic.
Har Mahadev.
Har Mahadev. I suffer for you. These are being referred to as monolithic railing, but they are indeed, at least from a visual observation, this looks like granite. Clearly there's granite there, so maybe this place is also on something much older.
Hey, do you want to take one of these and one of those?
I like a happy drum.
What the hell do you want?
And it's got some cream filling in it as well. Good afternoon, guys. So, how do I even begin? How do I even begin with the experience of Banaras? Oh. I think I'll come back to it when I do the video edit. But for now, we're off to Sarnath. Now, Sarnath is about 8 kilometers north out of the city of Banaras. About 8 kilometers north out of the city of Banaras itself, as opposed to the district. But Sarnath is quite interesting. It's the place that Gautam Buddha actually gave his sermon. So after he attained enlightenment, he gave a sermon at this particular place. And there's stupas there, and it's a very big complex. So I guess just enjoy the footage, you know, enjoy the ride. Are we going in the right direction? So, one of the major interesting things that I've experienced in Banaras is that time seems to get the better of you. It's kind of mystical in a way. Mun was relying on Google Maps, but in a place like this, you can't really rely, sorry brother, on Google Maps. You'll find that the network doesn't really get around too well. The emptiness. The emptiness.
Oh! You remember that?
Oh, yes.
Hi.
Hello. That's all right.
Oh, did boo boo.
Hello. Hello. We gotta go. I might see you later, okay? Oh, you were the boy barking at us last night. But yeah, the emptiness is quite nice when you find these back laneways. And when you do find these back laneways, it's quite peaceful just to walk through and check out the architecture, and you might even find some construction going on in some areas, and it's quite a beautiful thing to see. But there are roads and there are lanes in the city of Banaras, in and around Kashi, and then it becomes this. And then it becomes this, and it then becomes from quiet to chaos, or from peace to non-peaceful, very, very quickly. Cool, bro. So, Fozzie, F-O-Z-Z-I-E, Bhai, B-H-A-I. Ek word. One word. Fozzie Bhai, one word. Sorry. I'm holding up. I'm holding up the traffic. Now I am the terrible driver. And if you're a foreigner that comes to a place like this, you have to be ready. You actually have to be ready to move with the traffic. We're on the way to Sarnath. We're a little late, brother. We're going to Sarnath now.
No, right now.
I know. It's a bit late, but
Very traffic.
I know. We're gonna meet our driver at PDR Mall, and he thinks we'll be there in an hour. So we'll at least have like 2-3 hours to play with. So we'll try and get everything done, but I'm gonna have to rush. But we'll catch up shortly, alright, brother? See you, brother. So Manu and myself continued our journey to find where our rickshaw driver was, asking for directions everywhere as the GPS, the Google Maps, was just seemingly not working for us on this particular day. And the traffic, my gosh, how do I even begin to describe the traffic? It was insane. So many people were coming from Mahakumbh in Prayagraj to Banaras to Varanasi as part of their own pilgrimage. And that's all well and good, and I have nothing against it. But man, the foot traffic was absolute chaos. Just trying to get around, man, was such an effort. It was exhaustive, not just to the physical, but also to the mental. But we pushed through and we kept on moving and asking for directions. And, eventually, we found where the PDR Mall was. And subsequently, we found our rickshaw driver. And off we begun our journey to Sarnath.
Har Mahadev.
Har Mahadev. How are you, brother? You good?
Thank you for this. Thank you so much. We waited for so long.
I know.
It was very expected था पर उससे भी ज़्यादा unexpected हो गया.
बहुत इंतजार कर लिया बहुत. इतना किसी का इंतजार नहीं किया.
Oh, thank you. He hasn't waited like this for anyone.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Now, I don't know how much time we're going to have to play with at Sarnath. Maybe only a couple of hours, but we'll try to get in as much as we can. I might have to sprint. And I've got a deteriorating back condition called kyphosis. I actually do, but it's not deteriorating. It's now like kind of managed. And it's painful to walk for like long days, but I push through it. I suffer for you, so you should suffer for me too. And subscribe and like and share.
अरे, he's his brother.
अच्छा,
My brother.
अच्छा.
पिंटू. Hello.
आपका नाम क्या है? प्रतीक. मेरा नाम फौजी भाई.
अच्छा,
How are you? क्या?
आप कहाँ से आए?
हाँ, ऑस्ट्रेलिया.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया से.
हाँ.
ये मामा का नाम.
Pleasure to meet you, brother.
बस घुमाने जा रहा हूँ.
Only 1 minute back.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Talk soon. Thank you, brother. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Then later you must have a Museum है यहाँ पे.
It's crazy how the demographic changes as the city moves further and further outwards, as you get towards like the heart of Kashi, there's a significant amount of wealth that permeates outwards from the area, and it comes out almost like in this semicircle fashion. And as you move out towards the north, you go through these strange layers of roads getting bigger and different vehicles being accessible to them and things like that. And now we're at the major outer region of Varanasi, as far as I'm aware, where we've essentially got the actual highways as opposed to the foot traffic highways in Kashi. We're almost at the entrance, but we've just come around to a section of the site. This is apparently locally known as Sita Ma's kitchen. But it's massive, it's enormous. Crazy, absolutely bananas. We might have a chance to get there soon.
Imagine standing where history shifted over 2,500 years ago. In the quiet town of Sarnath, just outside of Varanasi, a prince-turned-monk, Gautama Buddha, gave his first sermon after attaining enlightenment in Bodh Gaya. Here, in Sarnath, he set the wheel of Dharma in motion, teaching the Four Noble Truths to his first 5 disciples. This moment would mark the birth of Buddhism as a movement. Centuries later, Emperor Ashoka of the Mauryan Empire, a devoted follower of Buddha, built the Dharmic Stupa on this sacred land in Sarnath during 249 BC. Towering at 43.6 meters, its massive cylindrical structure of brick and stone is adorned with intricate carvings like swastikas and other symbols that the faith required in order for it to spread across the subcontinent and into Asia. But this isn't just any standard ruin. It's a monument to an idea that changed the world.
You can see these granite railings that run up and around. This is completely locked off to the public. They've put a glass wall here so you can see what you're looking at. But yeah, these are being referred to as monolithic railing. But they are indeed, at least from a visual observation, this looks like granite, which is quite interesting. It looks like the identical style or type of granite that I experienced at the Barabara caves, the Barabara Gufa, the temple, I don't know what you want to call them, the monasteries, really, the Viharas in Barabara, while I was in Bihar. And yeah, this has left me a little bit bewildered, to be honest with you. And you can see that the ASI have rebuilt sections of the site, but this railing is obviously where its original placement is based on the actual support beams that run into the ground. So yeah, very cool. That was unexpected. But so is this, because you can see older architecture, newer architecture. It reminds me a lot of the outdoor area of Sanchi Stupa. You can see the pinch holes in some of these older bricks. So this is like sandstone essentially, which is going to have been used during Asoka's reign, but clearly there's granite there, so maybe this place is also on something much older. Wow. So where we are right now, you'll see over in the distance is the Dharmic Stupa. The place where we're at right now is being referred to as the Mulanganda Kuti, which according to this fantastic kuti, thank you, and according to this piece of information on this plaque, this used to be, or they estimate that this whole site here used to be a very big temple, and probably I'll be very specific, ad hominem, probably represents the spot where Lord Buddha used to sit and meditate.
इधर ही बना है, बनारस में ही बना है।
We're gonna buy a couple of things. We didn't get scammed. This is really something cool that I don't know, for some reason I'm enjoying playing it for some reason. Which is these, they're I don't know what the correct terminology is. I've seen them on YouTube, but like and Instagram and stuff. They're like not singing bowls, because these are the singing bowls. Bhai, wo kya naam hai?
Happy drum.
Happy drum.
Do you want to one of these and one of those?
I like a happy drum.
What the hell do you want?
Yes, I
Yay!
All that for 1,100 bucks. I got an instrument. Manu got an instrument that I'm gonna end up playing on Twitter Spaces for you guys. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, got ourselves an ice cream, and it's from a local brand in Banaras called Gaylord. So I'm gonna try out some Gaylord butterscotch. And it's got some cream filling in it as well. So we didn't get to see everything in Sarnath today, naturally. Partially my fault, not even partially, it's all my fault, because I was under the assumption that under the assumption is, I was told by someone, and I took them on their word, is that all the stupas are on the single complex, like the monastery and everything. You just walk around, it's a massive site. And it is, but there's roads between it all. So you have to literally drive around from point A to point B to point C. You can walk, but there's significant distances between them. But that's all right. We'll come back here. Both Manu and myself are not done with Banaras, and I know Banaras is not done with us. So on that note, we're gonna head back to Banaras. So yeah, I guess we'll see you shortly, but yeah, it's a very beautiful area. That stupa, the Dharmic stupa that I showed you, is incredibly old. And it's a beautiful place to meditate on. The idea of Buddha coming here with his 5 apprentices and giving his first sermon after attaining enlightenment. And it's quite a peaceful area, in fact. So it, I guess that local culture that became the hotbed for his ideas and his thoughts has maintained in the area. And it's even maintained in the cleanliness, because it's a very clean city. I haven't really noticed any dirt on the streets, no trash, nothing. I mean, I'm not saying nothing, but overall it's a very clean city. So yeah, beautiful spot for coming out. If you happen to be in Banaras for like 4 or 5 days, take 4 or 5 hours out of that 4 or 5 days and come here. But you should leave first thing in the morning. Manu was saying you need a day, and I'm kind of in agreement. But if you leave it first thing in the morning, I'm sure you can get it all done before lunchtime. But if you leave at lunchtime, then you're pretty much screwed for the afternoon. But that's all right. I still come either way. It's a beautiful place, and it's gorgeous, and it's breezy, and it's blissful, and they've got great juice as well. So yeah, talk with you guys soon.